Hello everybody, we are students from Vailtech High-Tech Engineering College. Myself Monica Via and my teammate Vidya K. We are doing a project on multiple secret visual cryptographic scheme. Visual cryptography scheme is an encryption method used to encode secret written material. The idea is to convert the written material into a binary image and encode this image into n shadow image. It is also called as shares of images. The decoding only requires selecting some subset of these n shadow images, making transparencies of them and stacking them on top of each other. The main advantage of this scheme is mathematical computation complexity is reduced to visual cryptographic techniques. Objective: the pixel expansion and relative contrast are the most critical measurements to evaluate the effectiveness of a VCS, that is visual cryptography scheme. In this paper, we studied that visual cryptography, in addition to multiple secret visual cryptography schemes, can achieve minimum pixel expansion and maximal contrast. We develop a novel and efficient construction for VC using MS VCS in this paper. The experimental results demonstrate feasibility, applicability and flexibility of our construction. The pixel expansions and contrast derived from our scheme are also better than the previous results. Existing system. Data security has been a challenging task in visual cryptography system and database system. The existing visual cryptography schemes that are used for data hiding have a security hole in the encrypted share file. Each participant hold a transparency. Most of the previous research work on VC focuses on two parameters: large pixel expansion and contrast. The drawbacks of existing system are: existing system does not provide a friendly environment to encrypt or decrypt the data or images. The existing system supports with only one type of image format. For example, if it is .jpg, then it supports only that same kind of image format. Proposed system. The proposed multiple secret visual cryptographic scheme aims at minimization of pixel expansion under the constraints for being a VCS. Experimental results demonstrate feasibility, applicability and flexibility of our construction. First, an image is split into n encrypted shares using algorithm by the fact that a pixel can be split into subpixels. Second, in order to avoid hacking of shared image, we employed password protection for each share using embedded algorithm and simple arithmetic encoding compression technique, which compresses the passcode. Third, we perform rearranging of pixel of shared images by overlaying process to obtain access to the protected data. These are the software requirements. These are the hardware requirements. This is a system architecture. For the scan image is converted into a half-tone pattern and various shares are created. These shares are converted into n transparencies using generating covering subset. Then these images are transferred through the transmission channel to the receiver. Here the authentication process takes place and post-authentication the overlay process is done. These are the various modules: sender, half-tone pattern, embedded MS VCS, recipient authentication and finally data extraction. First module is sender. User provides a secret image and outputs the original shares of image which is relevant for the secret. It should satisfy two conditions. Any qualified subset of shares can recover the secret image. Any forbidden subset of shares cannot obtain any information of the secret image other than the size of the secret image. The second module is half-tone pattern. We can obtain the original image with at least k shares out of n shares. Then all the n image shares are necessarily overlaid when all the image shares that are overlaid are authenticated to be from the same original image. MS VCS shared with transparent pixels and pixels from the cover image. They use half-toning techniques and hence can treat a grayscale input share image. The third module is embedded MS VCS. There are three steps mainly. They are generating covering shares, generate the embedded shares by embedding the corresponding VCS into n covering shares, and finally it can obtain minimum pixel expansion and maximum. The fourth module is recipient and authentication. Authentication has been verified by using hash authentication code algorithm. Authorized user only be able to access the image transmitted from the sender. Hash-based message authentication code or HMAC is a message authentication code that uses a cryptographic key in conjunction with a hash function. The fifth module is tampering. To detect whether or not a digital content has been tampered, within in order to alter its semantics, the use of multimedia hashes turns out to be a very effective solution. The hash to estimate and prevent the mean square error distortion between the original and the received image. At the cost of additional complexity at the decoder, the proposed algorithm is robust to moderate content preserving transformation, including cropping hash decoding. First, this is the sender window. Here we select the particular image which is to be sent to the receiver. We first choose the image from the load option in the file menu. Next we choose the mode. We have various kinds of mode which are 2 out of n, 3 out of n and other extended modes. In this particular example we choose the mode 2 out of 2. Next, when we choose the generate encrypted transparency from the visual cryptography menu, we get these transparencies. We have selected 2 out of 2 mode, so there are 2 shares. We need to save the transparencies in the documents. The extension saving extension should be .gif or .png. Next, when you click the send option, you get a source window. Here first we need to select the mode which is in the leftmost top and the number of shares in it. Here we select 2 shares. Next we browse the location of each share, and then the showing image consists of the cover image in which the shares of the original image is embedded in it. The secret key is given. It can be any text or any number. Then we choose the destination and then we click the send option. The cover image is received in the destination. Here when we click the retrieve data option and enter the correct secret key, you get the entire shares. The number of shares were 2, so we received the 2 shares from the sender. Next, when you click the overlay option, you get such a window. This window is in the receiver side. First we need to choose the mode. The mode is 2 out of 2 mode, so we select it. Next we choose the load encrypted transparencies option from the file menu. The transparencies are displayed then. Then in the overlay window, when you overlay the transparencies, you get the original image. So this will be the final output. Applications of multiple visual cryptographic schemes are remote electronic voting, biometric security, banking, customer identification, key management, watermarking, etc.